らは晴れると15度くらいまで上がるような暖かな気温です。今は九州や四国が中心となっています。この後、明日にかけて動かしてみますと、だんだんとじわじわと北上する予想です。明日の午後には東北、北陸まで流れ込む予想ですから、明日は今日よりも気温が高くなって暖かくなりそうです。ただ雪が多く積もっている地域はニュースがありますのでご注意ください。さて今年はいつもの年よりも桜前線の北上早くなっています。これまでに開花したところを見ていきますと、これまで九州から関東にかけて開花しています。今日も神戸や宇都宮、水戸などから続々と開花の便りが出ています。今週末、お花見を予定されている方もいらっしゃるかもしれませんが、日曜日は気温が高くなってより寒くなるところがありそうです。お花見の方はお散歩をお願いします。明日は北日本の日本海側、再び昼頃からお天気が崩れそうです。明日は雨の日が多くなるでしょう。朝から太平洋側を中心に西日本、沖縄は広く雨が降りそうです。最近の日の今朝よりも低いところが多いでしょう。札幌から新潟にかけては冬晴れです。最高気温は全国的に今日より5度前後高くなります。多くのところで4月並みです。札幌は5度、そして関東から西の地域は20度まで上がるところが多いでしょう。では週間予報。札幌から東京です。日本海側は土曜日に
すみません、桜様。
日曜日の太平洋側で雲が広がり、東京は冷たい雨が降りそうです。名古屋からのです。ではこの暖かな空気のこの後の予想を見ていきます。こちらは晴れると15度くらいまで上がるような暖かな気温です。今は九州や四国が中心となっています。この後、明日にかけて動かしてみますと、だんだんとじわじわと北上する予想です。明日の午後には東北、北陸まで流れ込む予想ですから、明日は今日よりも気温が高くなって暖かくなりそうです。ただ雪が多く積もっている地域はニュースがありますのでご注意ください。さて今年はいつもの年よりも桜前線の北上早くなっています。これまでに開花したところを見ていきますと、これまで九州から関東にかけて開花しています。今日も神戸や宇都宮、水戸などから続々と開花の便りが出ています。今週末、お花見を予定されている方もいらっしゃるかもしれませんが、日曜日は気温が高くなってより寒くなるところがありそうです。お花見の方はお散歩をお願いします。明日は北日本の日本海側、再び昼頃からお天気が崩れそうです。明日は雨の日が多くなるでしょう。朝から太平洋側を中心に西日本、沖縄は広く雨が降りそうです。最近の日の今朝よりも低いところが多いでしょう。札幌から新潟にかけては冬晴れです。最高気温は全国的に今日より5度前後高くなります。多くのところで4月並みです。札幌は5度、そして関東から西の地域は20度まで上がるところが多いでしょう。では週間予報。札幌から東京です。日本海側は土曜日に
すみません、桜様。
日曜日の太平洋側で雲が広がり、東京は冷たい雨が降りそうです。名古屋からのです。
Good evening, fellas. How is everyone doing? Let me put some music on. Can you hear me? How is the sound? Please let me know if the sound is okay. I haven't done this in a while, so as you can imagine, a lot of things will go wrong. Obviously, let me change the scenery. There we go. Some more light into the screen because I have the shades on. Therefore, I don't see anything. Man, how are you guys doing? It has been a while. It has been quite some time. Let me just adjust the music here. It's quite a bit low. Okay, perfect. Perfecto. How are you guys doing, DJ Pauly? Welcome to the stream, sir. I've missed you. Fugly, how are you doing, sir? You still a bit depressed, I can see. I understand. Things haven't been moving up as we expected, but it is what it is, man. You guys know me. I don't give a shit. I can wait. It's my game. I have children, man. I'm used to waiting. Patience is my game for sure. Um, Glad to see so many people here, man. It's good, man. It's good that you guys are here. That you guys are still here in Pulsechain. You guys are excited. Pedro P. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Thanks for the feedback, DJ Pauly. The sound is good, perfect. Did you like the intro, man? This intro is amazing. I absolutely love these BitcoinHEX, these RH memes. I still love them. I still absolutely love them. It's still the game that I'm playing in the medium term, let's say, because I don't think that we're gonna have to wait that long. I could be wrong. But yes, I don't think we have to wait that long, honestly. Pump hex to a cent, yes sir. First to a cent, then to 10 cents, and finally to $1. That's the road. That's the road for all the RH meme coins. That's why we have the rhmemes21.com website. Races will be enabled soon. Like when the market kind of gets a little bit juicier, I'll start enabling races because right now it's kind of boring. Nobody's here. Nobody wants to participate. I'm playing by myself like a fucking jerk, and I don't want to be jerk. I want to play with people. I want to bet with other people. Otherwise, I'm just going to be like winning against myself, and that's like it's terrible. It's not a good experience. I'm kidding. I don't mind, but it's much fun when there's a lot of people and people are interested and coins are pumping because that's I think that's a game for when the pump comes, I guess. So it's still live. It's still going. I haven't done any races honestly because I was kind of busy and because I was like no, the market isn't pumping, so it's a bit pointless to do races now because nobody is paying attention. So I was like, let's keep it alive and. We'll see. We'll see how it goes when everything starts to pump. Maybe I'll do a few ads and stuff for the website. Maybe it will pick up the pace. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll pay some people to promote it. We'll see. We'll see. But not the timing is not like perfect right now for that kind of stuff, in my opinion. So I'm just putting it on hold. It's still live. Still people can still go there and visit the site, get acquainted. But I'm not enabling races until I see a nice juicy pump, at least like 50% or something. That gets me going, I guess. Everyone is here. Perfect. Yeah, everyone is here, Fugly. I agree, man. I agree. Everyone is still here. And I guess there has been like fewer streams. I noticed like the past few months, the past month. I guess because of prices. Obviously. And it's understandable, right? It's understandable. There's not much to say. So and people are still like fighting. Now I see that Deep Catcher is a little bit more aggressive towards Pulsechain. I don't. I like the guy, but I don't think like him, right? I don't think Pulsechain is any sort of failure or anything. It's just like the market cycle, right? Market cycles are different, so it's normal that sometimes things go down for longer than what we wanted. But it's part of the process, right? I wouldn't call it a failure until the cycle ends. When the cycle ends, then we can discuss how it went, right? And make our analysis. But right now we don't have all the information because we just don't, right? The cycle hasn't ended yet, so it's a bit pointless to say this one or that failed because cycle hasn't ended. So we're still we still haven't pumped. So, it's a bit pointless to be like, oh, I already know the outcome. No, you don't. Nobody knows the fucking outcome, no matter how much experience you have. Because look, man, I could brag, man. I've done real fever, right? 10 million, you raise 10 million euros, like, etc., right? Like, and other projects, but like, it's pointless, right? Because that doesn't mean that, other things that I will do will succeed, right? In any meaningful way, right? So every cycle is different. So we always need to adapt. That's why I like crypto, because if you want to be ahead, you cannot stay on the same asset. That's simple. That's super simple. That's the game. Since Bitcoin, right? Since Bitcoin, like the first altcoins appeared, that has been the game. That has been the game. It is what it is, right? I'm not here to say what's wrong and what's right. I'm just here, at least in my opinion, trying to objectively look at things, right? And the game has been buy Bitcoin first, then when the first altcoins appeared, you moved, and then you sold at the top. If you were able to, obviously. I'm just assuming that you bought at the bottom and sold at the top, obviously. I'm looking at the perfect outcome, right? Like the perfect scenario, right? Not that it's the perfect scenario for most people, just saying, like, the how could one make the most money in crypto, right? Then this is the way, right? Now, this doesn't mean that this applies to everybody, right? Because one thing that I still agree is that the people who bought Bitcoin like super early, like before 2011, and just held, those guys are still winning, right? Because they're not taking the risk of parting ways with their Bitcoin, right? So this is this that's why I think there's no right or wrong in these kinds of things. Like, Deepcatcher was also saying that reaches to the 40x leverage, the SEC funds, right? And look, maybe he's being being honest. That's what he really thinks. Of course, he got a lot of backlash, and I'm not saying that this is right or wrong, right? It's just an opinion. It's just a way of dealing with the situation. But it shows that somebody has lack of patience, right? That, oh, I need to use leverage because things are not going as I expected. Look, and that's sure, that's something that you can do. That's a path you can take. But I always think that doing nothing is harder, right? Doing nothing is harder. So if doing nothing is harder, that's probably the right thing to do. And we can even apply that, right? We can even apply that and look back. And should RH have bought it? Probably not, right? The only reason why I'm not sure is because the stables that he held could have been blocked for some reason. So maybe that was a smart choice in terms of security, right? Just so making sure that nobody could block the funds. If that's the goal, then perfect. Perfect move, right? Because you're not taking chances that somebody is going to block the funds. But you could also, just use DAI, for example. So there's many discussion points, right? But my point is, like, doing nothing, right? Like, just let's assume that RH did nothing with the funds, right? He was still sitting in stables. They would be worth more, right? But the same applies to other things, like, oh, he should use the remaining things to do like 40x leverage. No, he shouldn't, right? Obviously, because that's retarded. Like, if it goes well, congratulations, he's going to make a lot of money, but the outcome, the probabilities are against him, right? Are stacked against him. In that, and I think, like, sometimes doing nothing is not sometimes, most times doing nothing is the best thing to do, because it's the hardest thing to do. But anyways, I was just like, thinking of the past few weeks and what came to my mind, right? The things that I remember reading on Twitter. Because look, I need to be extremely honest. I haven't been paying much attention this past month because I saw that nothing was really going on. So I just focused on building. Because I had a lot on my backlog, right? Because I told you guys, these I reached memes to one website, the betting one for the meme coins. That was just like I think I did for fun, right? I have other projects that people actually hired me and pay me to build, so I kind of did focus on those because they were getting a bit delayed. So I was like, okay, I'm lucky that the market hasn't pumped yet, because I should have been building those projects. But anyways, I've been building, and I already have, like, a nice mainnet version that I'm testing, and I'm going to share with you guys at the end, so that you can test too if you guys want. Like, look, I build on mainnet. You guys know how I am, guys. I build on mainnet. I don't use testnet. I don't give shit. So I test on the mainnet always. It's my thing. I always do that. So I'm obviously testing on mainnet because it's much easier, right? Because like a lot of things that I do use oracles and stuff, so it's like it's kind of pointless to use the testnet because it's just triple work at the end of the day. Because I'll have to end up testing on the mainnet anyway, so I'm just skipping some work, I guess. But yeah, but anyways, I've been just building that stuff. I've been traveling too. Went to the Azores, family time, Monaco too, business stuff. So I've been doing stuff. I've been going around, meeting people, and building. Basically, that's what I've been doing. I should have. There's a nice conference going on now in Lisbon actually that I did not go to. I completely forgot about it, and that's related to NFTs, which is something that that I'm building. So I should have thought about that. But it is what it is. I'll meet some people tomorrow. Because what really matters are the parties, anyways. You guys know. So tomorrow is a good day. Today is the first day. I don't really like the first days. I prefer the second day. So when everybody will go out in a blast, I'll meet some people and see what other guys are building. But yeah, but so far it has been going great. The new stuff that I'm building for this company, because they did hire me to build something. I mean, I have like two requirements when I get hired. Like I get a lot of offers, let's say, but I refuse most of them because I don't really have any power, right? Besides building stuff, and I don't like that. So if I'm because I learned something, right? I did learn something from my experience in the past, especially working with let's say not large, but like for crypto, large corporation like with 50 plus people, right? In crypto, that's pretty large, I would say. My experience is if you don't have real power, decision-making power, then it's pointless. Don't be there, right? Because if you believe which is my case, right? I have like more experience in terms of decision-making, right? Like how tokens should be allocated, etc., 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 right? I don't participate. That's simple, right? I'm not going to put my name into something that I don't have the decision-making power. And the reason is very simple. Is because tokens never get allocated properly, right? That's always the problem with like 99.9% of the project. So that's something that I now avoid. And when I mean avoid, I mean I get to decide. Either I decide or I don't participate, right? That's as simple as that. So I'm kind of like the Fuhrer, right? It's my decision. It's not even the CEO decision. It's literally my decision. And yeah, these guys actually respect my point of view because I do have the experience. I have past projects like big ones, so they were like, yeah, sure, you do have the experience, so it's your calls. They had like minor requirements, but my biggest one is like the whatever project I build is going to be built on Pulsechain first. That's simple. That is like number one requirement, right? Like it's number one that it's on Pulsechain, and it's number one requirement that I'm the one making the calls basically regarding tokenomics. So. And that they accepted those, like my demands, let's say. So yeah, I did join the company, and I'm working with them. It's diamond stuff, it's RWA stuff, and it would be pretty awesome if it did work on Pulsechain because yeah, I was like, maybe I shouldn't spill the beans, but like, who gives a shit? You deserve it, guys. You've been here for like 55 episodes, so you kind of deserve to know. It's my belief that you do deserve to know because you've been here. So these guys do diamonds, right? So and they are a very big player in the diamond industry, one of the top actually, which means that if it works well with them, we can potentially onboard the diamond industry, literally. So I'm not even exaggerating. I'm being very, very transparent in that sense because that is the goal. The goal is to onboard the entire diamond industry. We'll start small, obviously. We'll see how it works. We'll have different platforms catering different people, let's say. I'm focused on the one that's crypto related, obviously, because the company has other investors that are not really crypto people, right? So they have a different front end to interact with, right? A different type of login, all that shit, but like stuff that you guys in crypto don't care about. So I've been building the crypto stuff basically, and it's very cool technology that they have because it's actually they have like a machine box that communicates with the with the NFTs in the sense of the status of the NFT, right? It obviously through a through a central server, but it does communicate the status of the NFT if it's basically in the box or not the diamond if it's in the box, and it can be redeemed. So it's a very cool technology because people can actually buy the RWAs and then redeem the diamonds. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm working with them. We'll see how it goes. Right now, I'm just I've mostly finished with the platform. Still, need to do a few tests, but I think most of it's working fine. At least with like MetaMask and Pulsechain, right? I haven't tested other wallets and anything like that, but MetaMask is working fine. I've been able to do everything. Well, no, I haven't tested everything, but most of the stuff is already working. That's why I'm already sharing it with you guys, because I feel confident that if you want to play around with it, I think you'll be able to do most of the things, right? You'll be able to buy an NFT, you'll be able to sell it, auction, you'll be able to fractionalize it. So yeah, I incorporated fractionalization from the beginning because, well, I don't want to say why, but when you get there, you'll understand why. But I think it's I think it's a good idea. It's a good idea. It's a good project. They do have cool technology. I went there the first time to see them, the production of diamonds basically, and I was like really literally impressed. They have a bunch of machines doing cuts with lasers. Like, it's crazy stuff, right? And they use actually robots to help with the diamond cuts. They do some by hand, of course, like the most expensive ones. And I mean, they're pretty big. It's a very nice operation, honestly. I was quite impressed. I wasn't expecting something that professionalized, I guess. But my knowledge of the diamond industry is still close to zero. So, like, the only thing that matters is if you look at the generalized prices of diamonds, right? Because they vary a lot. Depending on the cut, on the carats. Like it has a number of properties, right? But overall, the prices have been going down, right? So that's why I think the diamond industry in general is kind of looking for a new thing, right? To pump it back up, right? So we'll see if RW is everything. We'll see. Yeah, guys, just giving you an update of what I've been doing, and we can take a look at the end. We can take a look at the end at the website, but first, me, we're gonna look at the coins, RH cores, meme coins. We're gonna take a look at the whole damn thing, because I haven't looked at the charts, believe it or not, in no more. When was the last episode? That was literally the last time that I looked at the chart. So, I mean, a long time ago. So yeah, we're gonna do it together. We're gonna have fun, I hope. And sorry about my voice, but like these double glasses, they kind of constrict my nose, so I kind of at least to me, I sound that I'm always sneezing and shit, but it's just because the double glasses kind of constrict the nose. And it's getting warm in Lisbon, man. The weather is already getting warm. I need to go to the south. I was out of south of Portugal. I spend there at least a month per year, but usually close to 2 months. Like just at the beach, enjoying, working during the night, kids on the beach during the day. And I need to go there. I need to go there because the weather is getting warm. So my kids are almost finishing school. So after that, goodbye Lisbon, hello South. That's how it's going to be for like almost 2 months. It's going to be good. Cannot complain. So guys, we're gonna take a look at the coins. We're gonna see how bad it is. We're gonna cry together, and then we're gonna pray together, and finally we're gonna pump together, because that's how it's going to end. A big juicy pump, green dildo. Nobody will believe it. They'll be like, oh no, it's gonna go down at some point, blah blah blah, and then it will just keep going up. So buy if you still have funds, buy. It's a great opportunity still, I think. So yeah, man, if you can, just buy as hard as possible, because I do think that things will change. Yes, RH memes have less sell pressure. Yes, I do agree with that. They're gonna surprise everyone. Yeah, I think so too. RH ETH. Yes, I do like that one too. Don't forget to hit the likes, man. Thank you, DigiPoly. Thank you, sir. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share it with your friends, because we need this stream to get to as many people as possible. Because then they need to see me. Then I'm lunatic, right? I'm crazy. I have the double glasses, man. People need to see this, right? It's a fucking freak show. It's a freak show on the Pulsechain. On Pulsechain, the Moon King doesn't get hired. He rolls and still gets paid. Exactly. I mean, I don't like, but you see, this is the thing. Like, I will never do that. I'm not a shiller, right? I don't get paid to shill shit. Like, if you can try, but I'm gonna refuse every time. I will say no. It doesn't matter how much you try to pay me. I will never accept it because it's not my game. I like to build things and I like to promote the things that I build, right? Or RH stuff. But it's my perspective. I'm not right. I'm not wrong. It's just the way that I deal with products, right? Because I don't really have time to get look at everything people send me and if it's good, if it's bad. Like, look, I like to build things. It is what it is, right? I don't promote things. That's if I like them, I'll promote them, like the RH memes, for example. And like things that I promote for free. You don't need to pay me anything. I just promote because I like them. So I don't accept money for promotions. That's not the game that I play. So you cannot give me money, actually. That's how it is. But you can participate in the projects that I build, right? For sure, 100% you can. And I will appreciate it, man. I will absolutely 100% appreciate it because it's my game. My game is building things and people playing with those things. That's it. So and look, this is not like, oh, I'm better. No, not better. Like, I think everybody is needed. Every role is needed in crypto, right? Especially in Pulsechain, because you need people that accept money to promote things, because you need to get the word out. You need people to build things so that the chain gets adoption and gets products, etc. So you need all the personalities, all the people, right, to get along. And look, I have my personal views about life, right? About religion, about politics. I don't bring that shit into Pulsechain, right? Like sometimes a little bit, right? But because that's not the goal. I'm not gonna, attack people because of their beliefs, or I'm gonna attack people because the way that they look, right? Because their skin color. Like that's not the game that I'm playing here, right? That's none of that shit matters, right? So I think that everybody has a role, right? Everybody has a role to play in Pulsechain. So that's why look, B-Roots blocks me and I still promote this shit, and I still look, oh, he talks about he has a lot of followers and he promotes stuff that's happening on Pulsechain, right? Even if I don't watch him, right, it doesn't matter. That's not my concern, right? I think it as every within and this happens with every influencer, right? There's a very few exceptions, right? For example, I don't ever remember seeing Saint Wolf getting paid to promote stuff. Right? I don't remember, right? I don't think I've ever seen that, right? So there's obviously influencers that have different values, different approaches. But look, this is not. I'm not criticizing, right? If you want to have subscriptions and people pay you to get alpha, please do it, man. I don't think it's good at the end of the day for your reputation, because you'll get hit, right? It's like doing coins, right? It's the same thing. Like when you do a coin and associate the coin to yourself, then you always have to worry about the price performance, right? It's more or less the same thing. So you see, it's not really a matter of being better or worse. It's just a game that people choose to play, right? So, and I think every type of personality, let's say, is needed, right? Because the more that we have, the more conflicts that we'll have, the more discussions, the more drama, and all of that shit attracts attention, right? People were looking into Pulsechain during the pDAI era, right? I don't know if you guys remember this, but it happened last year, right? But I remember perfectly, because everybody that I knew that I know that was not inside of Pulsechain, they only discuss Pulsechain with me because of pDAI, right? That's the only thing that they heard and they care about. So I know that new narratives and different types of personalities work because they do attract, outside eyes, right? Even when it's negative stuff and people are just fighting and calling each other retards and having debates and discussions and calling each other names, that attracts attention. What doesn't help is what's happening right now, which is indifference, right? People not caring, not much content. People don't tweet as much. That is a sign that a lot of people have left, right, and a lot of people are not paying attention right now. They maybe they didn't leave, right, but they're not paying attention, right, which is absolutely fine. Look, and I like that. You know why? Because when people kind of forget, um, either two things happen: either they completely forget until the end, or maybe not the end, and they'll just forget about it. And but usually that's not what happens. Usually what happens is that they forget, and when things start to come, they'll come and they sell way too soon because they're not paying attention, right? So they don't get as involved, and it's much easier to sell, right? So, and I hope that's what happens, right? And I'm hoping that on the first big pump we have the sellers that are still here that need to sell jitting out, so that we can finally not worry about the much sell pressure, I guess. Because I still think there's much less than let's say a few months ago, but there's still a little bit of sell pressure in my opinion. But soon it will be relinquished. Let's say it will disappear. Which Irish meme is winning? I still have my bet on Irish Bitcoin and Pulsechain. Yeah, I think like right now most is winning, I guess, so because it's the one that's closer to one, right? So most is winning, I guess. But we'll see. We might have something pumping hard, like surpassing most. It's not that hard. Look, like all of these meme funds, Irish meme funds have low liquidity, so it's fairly easy for one of them to just reach most. I guess it's not. It will take some time, but it's not impossible at all. Most is like a couple cents, so it's quite possible that some other coin, just starts pumping for whatever reason. Maybe a new narrative is built around one of them. Maybe somebody starts interacting more from other communities, like Charles did. When was it? Like when the ADA Richard's ADA launched, right? So we'll see. Like something that the Fugly asked in the beginning that I completely forget with the rest, because the pessimism since PLS is falling to new lows despite the second. Look, I told you that I was expecting that, guys. I'm not sure why this is a surprise. We already had the SEC bump. When the case was dismissed the first time, I mean that was the bump. This new one, nobody cared. Nobody literally cared, right? So it's like it's not even news, right? And I told you that in my opinion, it didn't really matter because we already knew the outcome. So that's why, sir, because this wasn't really something that the market was, because the market was already expecting this, right? These outcomes. There's no surprise. It was it continued, just on its way, and I think it's just consolidating. Because as I told you guys, there's some people selling still, so it's normal that that we cannot perform. And moreover, like look, Bitcoin did pump like 110, something like that, already corrected, and Ethereum is not pumping yet, right? So we kind of have to be patient, I guess. We do have to be patient. I think when it starts, we'll know, and then there's no going back. So guys, just enjoy. I think like the summertime will be good to us. It will pump. And man, if this happens like 2017, it will be like summertime and then winter until December, something like that. Maybe early 2026. Who knows? I'm still hoping that it begins like fairly quickly, because I really don't want to drag this out until like next year. That was my hopes, but I guess I'll have to, right? We just need to adapt, right? We need to adapt everything into our strategies into the reality, right? That the market is. The market dictates the reality. Oh, my story is already my throat is already a little bit sore. Haven't done this in a while. Anyways, let's go into the coins. Before that, I need to play the commercials. You know how it is, guys. I haven't updated them. Sorry, guys. I was building stuff and I completely forgot. But I need new commercials for the other stuff, for the diamond thing. So yeah, I'll take care of it soon. Soon enough. We'll see. I need some inspiration, I guess. But yeah, I'll take care of it. Anyways, let me stop the music and play the commercials. No, before the commercials, actually the hex song, because I need the hex song to feel excited, to get pumped, so that we can see some coins that are dumping, right? We need to feel excited to see coins that are dumping. This makes sense. All right, let's fucking go, bitches.
Parish the pinky.
What have we got here?
Parish the pinky.
Pair of puffs.
Parish the pinky.
Sodomite.
Parish the pinky.
What have we got here?
Parish the pinky.
Pair of puffs. About town.
Parish the pinky.
Sodomite.
Parish the pinky.
What have we got here?
Parish the pinky.
Pair of puffs.
Parish the pinky.
Sodomites. In frilly lace.
Parish the pinky.
Amazing. All right, let me. Where is the screen? Sorry, guys, I kind of lost you. Oh, there we go. I think it's this one. Yeah, perfect. Music on, and let's take a look at some coins. Let me just pour some water. Okay. Hex someone 25x is awesome. Yes, sir. Oh, I need to upload the hex song into YouTube. I completely forgot about it. All right, I'll try to do it later. I'll try. I'll probably forget. You guys need to remind me of stuff. Otherwise, I'll just forget. You know how I am. I'll get busy on something and I'll never remember that. But actually, that would be good for views because I've been told that I need to put it on YouTube. That some people want to listen to it and they can't. So, all right. Yes, sir. DJ Pauly in the house. Right. Share screen. Share screen. Where is it? There we go. Huh. Why is it not? Oh my god, not again. Okay. Let me do this and then I'll stop sharing. And now it will probably work. Let me see. I don't know why. Just retarded. Right, it doesn't work. Okay, let me reload it. Ay, 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 ay. Let's see if it recognizes now. Does it? Yes, it does, finally. Can you see the screen, guys? Let me know. I think you can. You can see it here. Perfect. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Oops. Sorry. Right. Okay, so let's see Pulse. I'm sure there's nothing much to report, I guess. Yeah. See, it's still in his range. It's not too bad. You see, it's not too bad. March, pumped, dump, pumped, dump. Yeah, we're just like correcting, consolidating here. So I don't think it even looks bad, right? It's just the initial phase, man. Like, it's elevator down. Well, it's elevator down. Where is it? There we go. Elevator down and then stairway up. So it's gonna take a while and then whoop, and we'll start like going like this and then like this and then more and more vertical, I guess that's what I mean. So yeah, it looks good, guys. It doesn't look that bad, so I'm not sure why people are so worried, to be honest. I thought it was gonna be like here or something, or like it's not. It's like it's okay. It's not that bad. Could be better. Yeah, I get it, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It wasn't like a crazy dump. Right. Fuck. Like 26, it's not much. Come on, cannot complain. It's not much. It's super manageable. Super manageable. Yeah, that I do like the chart. It's still going up. It's uptrend. Yeah, and that, I think this was actually the bottom, right? Does look like it. So I think this was the bottom. I'm not saying that you cannot, like, you know, come here, right, for some reason, and we could for sure, but yeah, I'm not worried, man. I'm not worried. I think we already started going up. We're lucky that we're having these corrections because we still have sellers, we still have JITs. So I mean, take this opportunity to buy more if you can. You're not, yeah, you see more or less the same. Yeah. From the bottom, I would say, but not even 100%. So yeah, still a good time to buy. Still a good time to buy. Let's see Pulsechain. Yeah, not too. That's more or less the same thing, I guess. Just correcting around this range. Let's see if we can keep above this, right? At least here, that would be good. Let me see the ratio here. Yeah, it's not bad. It's holding. Actually, sorry. Yeah, still holding here. Uptrend. Yeah, still an uptrend, I guess. Not much has changed, I guess, from the last. We're looking at the weekly, by the way. Let me see the daily. Something just like, you know, just consolidating. Nothing much. I don't understand why people are worried, to be honest. It looks good. Doesn't look like anything bad. 145, yeah, it's okay. It's like, I already know the ink price by heart, so if it's above $1, like, it's good, right? So it is. It's like just consolidating, not doing much, I guess, but it's not terrible. You know, it's not terrible. We're not near the bottom, right? I know there's not a big cushion, for example, on ink, right? But it's still like 45%, I guess. So it's a small cushion, but it's still manageable, I guess. Can we drop lower? Yes, we can. Absolutely. I think, is it possible that we find new lows before we pump to Valhalla? Yeah, it's possible, because that would surprise a lot of people, right? That would make a lot of people finally, like, you know, sell the little that they have left, right? And look, we know that most of the influencers, like, and I'm just saying influencers because those are supposedly the people who have, like, you know, the easiest access to funds, right? To partnership, to deals, to whatever, right? And they're kind of wrecked, right? Like, the girls are wrecked. The ones that lost the bets with Eric, all right, they were completely wrecked. They could not pay him, right? So, and it's not that much, right? Like 50K or something. So, I'm not saying not much for crypto, right? For crypto, it's of course a lot of money, but you know, it is what it is, right? It's part of the game, right? It's part of the game. But that kind of proves that, you know, everybody's like ultra wrecked. So if they sell now, they're not going to hurt the price chart that much, and they're going to, you know, sell near the bottom, which is what we actually want, right? So that we can, you know, pump hard afterwards, so that we can have that revenge buys from a lot of people, right? That they're going to buy much higher, because, you know, they missed the boat, because they stopped believing. So we kind of need that, in my opinion. Let's see HEX. Oof, soil minus 30%. Oh god. I'll take a look at that shit. I think I made a tweet about it when it launched, saying this is like ridiculous. It's such a retarded project. That's pumping, man. Oh, nice. But is it weird. No, wait. I find this very strange. Why April 29? I think this was launched a long time ago. This is weird. Okay. I'm not sure. I think this is like just a new pool that they created, honestly. Actually, let me see. Month, okay. I think, is it the same one? Send me an email now. 7 days. Is it the same, guys? This was like 11 months. Let me see. No, it's not the same one. Yeah, it's a different one. But I was pretty sure that they had released this. All right, maybe not. Maybe that this is a different one. Maybe I'm not sure. Let me see. Does it have any info here? Nope. Yeah, maybe this is like a scam. Who knows? But I thought they had like released a long time ago. Honestly, maybe not. Let's see if this is the chart then. Right, it's not too bad then. Doesn't look bad. Nice pump, nice juicy pump from soil. But anyways, I don't really like the underlying idea, right? It was, when I looked at it, I was like, this is a bit retarded. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't pump, right? As you can see, it pumps like a lot of retarded things pump. So, and I hope it continues to pump, right? And don't get me wrong, I do respect the pump. So just because I didn't catch this one doesn't mean that if you didn't, man, if you did, congratulations, that's amazing performance. So I do respect the pump. But you know, it is what it is. I prefer to buy other things. Even though it's looking, it's looking good. I cannot deny it does look good. We'll see. I hope it continues to perform well. Let me get back to it. Sorry, guys, I kind of lost track. I was like, oh, soil, what's this? Is that the hex scout thing, right? The German hex? Because I even like subscribe to them. Even though I don't even understand shit in German, I subscribe to the Sun Mini Meal website, which is like, but I was curious because they were doing like a stablecoin backed by food. I was like, oh my god, this is so fucking stupid. But I wanted to check how I did it, right? I'm still curious, right? That's how I do it, man. And I should have bought it, as you can see. I should have bought it because like stuff that I don't like usually pumps out. I don't know why. It doesn't mean that the stuff that I like doesn't pump. It does pump sometimes, right? Sometimes, obviously. Yeah, it just means that you can be in the market for like a long time and still miss on good things just because you're stupid and you have like an opinion, right? Like the best thing you can do is like not have an opinion, in my opinion. I know, I'm retarded sometimes. Yeah, man, Hex is not looking bad at all. Just consolidating, right? Like look, and this was the week, the 2 more weeks, right? We had a pump here. Okay, consolidating, but not too bad. Still going up, right? Still in an uptrend compared to the previous low, so not much to worry about. Let's see the darling eHEX. The darling eHEX. Dangerous. Look at these. Ooh, I like dangerous. Let's see. We'll see. I'm sure it lost some. Yeah, not too bad though. Not too bad. Still fighting here for this range. Yeah, but it doesn't look bad compared to Hex. Still uptrend. I think it will continue to go, man. You guys know this is my favorite between the two, right? It's eHEX. I just think it caters to more people, right? It does have the feedback, the good qualities, especially now that the yield is so low, right? And that staking is, people don't care that much about staking anymore. It's more about the price performance. And it does have much less liquidity on Pulsechain, so it does benefit from the pump of other tokens because it's tied in liquidity, obviously. And in my opinion, it caters to more people, right? Because a lot of Ethereum people will this will be their gateway into the RH ecosystem. Because they probably don't want to leave Ethereum. Ethereum dumped for a long time, so they're kind of like probably thinking that it will go up a lot for a long time, right? It won't, but that's what they think. So they'll probably bet on Ethereum things, right? Ether tokens. And I'm talking about the whales, Ethereum whales, right? It will take them like another bull run to understand that they need to, move away, I guess. So I think they'll this time they'll buy like tokens like X, right? That are more acceptable now that they have more clarity, I would say, in terms of regulators. Not that for me matters, but for a lot of people that does matter, right? So I think it will benefit a lot. Now, does it mean that I'm right? No, just my opinion. Don't forget, guys, I could be 100% wrong, and Hex from Ethereum could absolutely disappear and be obliterated. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? But I do like it. It's still my favorite Hex, I have to say. So it is what it is. My favorite Hex right now is actually BitcoinHEX. That's my favorite Hex. But talking about hexes that you can stake, this is the one for me. But it is what it is. Let's see. What is it? Yeah, there we go. Memes. All right. Oh, and before I go into the memes, because we have a lot to take a look, let me do a little commercial and actually see what you guys are saying, because I haven't been paying attention. Sorry, guys. Town, long time no see, sir. How are you doing, man? Thanks for the retweet. I really appreciate it, sir. Okay, the chart looks great. Perfect. Zero Zone, ICBM. I have no fucking idea what that is, man. I have no idea, man. Remember brought in over 51 volume the other night. I have no idea what Remember is, so but awesome, man. That's amazing. I like volume, so I hope it continues, and that's why I like change, right? Because people build things there. Sometimes it works very well, and they attract a lot of liquidity, of volume, of attention. So I mean, I'm happy, man. I hope people continue to build on Pulsechain, even things that I don't like, right? That's the goal, man. That's what it means to have a quality chain. Is to have a lot of things, competing, things that we like, things that we don't like, but that as long as they bring users, people, volume, liquidity, they're not scams. Perfect. That's amazing. That's what we are looking for. But let me do the commercials now, take a little break, and we'll go into the memes. Yes. All right, so where is there we boom.
I can feel your anxiety be ruthless. Fear Hex will outperform every bear, dog, and alien hoax. You underestimate the power of the period side. Richard never told you what happens to Exxon.
He told me the market has chosen.
No, he roots. It will pump 1,000x.
That's impossible! No!
peri be roots. X is the only way. You underestimate the power of the peri side.
Amazing. Oh my god. Amazing, amazing break, amazing commercials. Oh yeah, DJ Polly in the house. You're right, man. Today's 369. Yeah, you're absolutely correct, sir. Absolutely correct. Well, if you're American, obviously, right? No, actually not. If you're European, right? Day, month, and then year. So yeah, but you're right. You're right. 369 is Richard's day, but it's not pumping. So, but it might be the day where everything turns around, right? So actually, it's in my time zone. It's already after midnight. So we'll see. Maybe everything will start to pump. You'll start pumping immediately. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, where was I? Yes, the meme coins. There we go. Okay, why am I? Yeah, just close the screens here. Right, let's see what's going on with most. Yeah, 2 cents. You see, dropped a little bit. Yeah, my God, it's close to the bottom. This local bottom here, perfect. And if you want to buy it, it's a great time in my opinion. Look at this. JITs, so many JITs. This is perfect. This is very good, like an amazing opportunity. So, you see, it's the universe telling me to stream today. You know why? This is why. This is fucking why. This is the opportunity. Right here, right now. Am I buying some more? Probably I'm gonna buy some more after the show. Probably. Oh yes, looks good. I'm gonna buy hard. I'm gonna buy that most. Let's see the others. Maybe they're dumping too. Maybe I'm gonna buy them all. We'll see. Oh, actually, Pump is doing is holding better. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Nice. Looks good. Just holding here. It does look good. Not gonna complain, man. It does look good. Better than most. Like, actually impressive. Ooh. Actually, interesting. Very good, man. Most dumped a lot. Let's see the others. Yeah, they don't seem. These others don't seem that they have dumped that hard. Let's see. Yeah, it's close to the bottom to dive. So another one. This was like the bottom, but it's still, still a good opportunity. A very good opportunity, I would say. Not the bottom, but you see, very, very close. Very, very close. So another one that I'll probably buy more. Man, it is what it is. Let's see Trump. Mr. Presidento. El President. Let's see. Yeah, not bad. It here immediately bought back up, so this is a good sign. Yeah, doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. Let's see if it can, hold above it. I think it will. I think it will hold above this. Yeah, does look good. Not gonna lie, it does look good. JIT's out. Now it's time to go up. Yeah, but like the order hasn't changed much, so it's more or less the same thing. Ooh, perfect. Bottom of best here, just, huge pump here. Nice correction. We'll see. Can still drop around here, I would say. more or less. But it's looking good. We'll see. We'll see. I think there's like some sell pressure still, but when it's over, you know what happens. It still looks good. Doesn't look too bad. Let's take a look at Sol. Nice pump here, just dumping. Might have found this bottom here, but we'll see. We'll see. To be early, too early, right? So we'll see if it doesn't continue to drop around here. It's a nice discount, right? It depends, right? Like all of these coins are kind of tied together, right? So they obviously move in accordance to the rest of the market, right? Especially Pulse. So as some usually says, it's kind of like leverage, right? So it's kind of like that. BitcoinHEX, yeah, dumping. We'll see if it can find the local bottom around here, right? It wouldn't be too bad. Then we can consolidate and pump again. We'll see. We'll see. But man, if this could be already the bottom. Who knows, right? Who knows? So you can still have a nice discount on Hex, or not. We'll see. We'll see. Right, similar, right? Just holding. We'll see what happens, but it's holding nicely. Immediately back up. Looks good, actually. Let's see if we can just continue to range around here. That wouldn't be too bad, you know. Go down a bit up, something like this, right? We'll see. Let's see, dear Bitcoin. Yeah, consolidating. Close to the bottom, doing nothing. Nobody cares. Great time to buy. When you see a chart like this, it's a very good time to buy. Not much to say, man. When I see charts like that, buy. Like this, look at this. Look at this beauty, man. Nobody cares. Super dead. Just consolidating sideways. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. Looks good, man. Looks good to make an entry, I would say. Yeah. We'll see if it can drops a little bit more, but I don't think so. I think we're close to the local bottom. It will just continue to consolidate more or less. So it's a good time to make an entry on either, on all of them actually. That's my opinion. You guys know what? Ooh, shit! Look at this. Nice juicy pump. Nice. Somebody went strong on USDC. Nice. Bottom, and somebody decided not anymore. Nice. 100% pump. That's good, man. Over 100%. It's not correcting much, by the way, which is good. It's a good sign. Did USDT also move in accordance? Let's see. Oh shit, it did. Ay. Looks good, man. Looks very tasty. Nice. Nice. Very good, man. Look at that pump. Oof. Not bad. Not bad at all. Look at this. Consolidating. Let's see if we can hold around here, right? And if it does something like this. But it looks good, man. I'm so excited about this coin, man. I know it doesn't seem because it's like close to 1 AM and I'm tired, but yeah, they do look good. I'm definitely gonna buy some of these coins, some more I'm gonna buy more. I'm gonna buy harder. I don't want to regret in a couple of months, like looking at my videos and then be like, damn, why didn't I buy harder? I'm not gonna make that mistake. Oh no, I learned my lessons in the past. Yeah, looks good too, man. Look at this, just dumping. To probably, if it continues, it will probably find the, I would say, bottom around here, right? Of this area, and then consolidate and go up when the others do. Eat. And look at this liquidity, man. It's so fucking low. It's retarded. Doesn't look bad, right? Just sideways. Not doing much. Man, nice pump here. Let's see, but it looks good. I don't have much to say, honestly. Not much to say. For man, for this meme coin, they're actually holding nicely, better than what I expected. Man, not bad at all. Ooh, oh my. Ooh, I like this. Elon is taking the lead, going down. Maybe nobody likes Elon now. Well, it is what it is. Which means it's a good time to buy. Look at this. This is opportunity, guys. Opportunity. Not much to say. Just opportunity knocking at the door. Maybe Pulse too? Nah, Pulse is doing a bit better, I would say. Yeah. Still, right? Look at this. Consolidating, doing nothing much. Nobody cares, so you buy when nobody cares. That's when we definitely buy. But they don't look too bad. They don't look too bad, honestly. They're basically, some self pressure, absolutely, but they're not like, going like, complete down below, like, the initial levels, right? It's kind of respecting these levels, which is good. The charts are not that bad. When they pump this, people will forget this. But this is just a few months, right? So people will literally forget about, like, this downturn, I would say. We'll see. How long? Depends on how long it takes, right? Yeah, XRP just sideways, literally doing nothing. It dumped here, right? Big dump here, March, and then just doing nothing. So good time to buy. Took a dump here, but manageable, I guess. Still go a bit lower, right? Some sell pressure here, but yeah, not a big discount, right? So already a nice time to buy. I would say if this reverses, obviously, you don't know. We don't know if it will right now. You can take some time, more days, right? But it's already looking good, I would say. I don't think it will go that much further down. If it does around here, then consolidates, starts going up. That's what I think. We'll see. XRP. Yeah, more or less the same, I would say. Similar. Nothing much. Went down. Sellers here, but nothing too surprising, I would say. It's not even near the bottom. Still have some cushion, small cushion, but some cushion. and then yeah, I think it will just consolidate. Can go down a little bit more, but you know, it will be like sideways, a bit up, sideways, etc., and then it will pump. When it pumps, it will pump hard, basically. All of these coins have like extremely low liquidity, low liquidity rates. There we go. So apart from like most and pump and the DAI maybe, right? So from like all these ones, like apart from here, it's very easy to move them, right? Let's see how RH boost one looks like now. Do I need to connect to? Oh, really? Let's see this one. All right. All right, there we go. Yeah, 36x1, 81x1. Yeah, it's still you're still very early stages of the race. So when we open this, it will be fun because there will be room to grow, right? 20,000 x1, perfect. You see, there's opportunity here. Very well. Pulsechain.Diamonds. And this is the one that I told you guys about that I'm basically working on. And these are not the final assets or anything, okay? So don't judge like right now because these are just some assets that I did myself just for test purpose. But yeah, this is just the initial, let's say, platform with the diamond NFTs, right? And then I think it's a perfect place to build such an ecosystem because we do have the world's largest diamond, right? Enigma diamond. It belongs to Richard, so it's kind of like a Pulsechain. It's like a Pulsechain. Pulsechain is the home to the largest diamond, basically. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, we have the hero card just showing some of the NFTs, right? Not again. This is not the final images. In any way, we have the HODL token economy. The HODL will be like the meme coin of the ecosystem, let's say. It will have like some utility, but the purpose is just being a meme coin, right? So like, and I did launch a token on just for test purposes, so you can, if you want to play with it, obviously you can, but this is just a test token that we're using to test, as you can see, test token. And then yeah, we have the diamonds that will appear. We'll have the details on the collections. We have different collections. We'll get there. Some of the diamonds in the collection, right? And information about the collection. The last price when there's one, right? If it was traded, was bought and sold on the marketplace. And yeah, we have like the collections. And yeah, these are just example collections, obviously. Enigma, there we go, for example, and the diamonds will appear on each collection basically, with all the this is basically these are already NFTs basically that are on the IPFS. You can see the image on the IPFS, and you can also, I think, my diamonds. Let's see here. Verify on IPFS. I think this is the exactly, and this is the diamond information, right? That's registered on IPFS basically. So yeah, you have the properties, the diamond properties, everything basically. And yeah, this is just a marketplace where you can basically buy and sell, do auctions, like simple stuff, right? This is not very complex. And then you have the units, which is the part, let's say, that I like the most, basically, where you can basically fractionalize your NFTs, let's say. So you basically transform NFT into smaller units that you can play around with. You can provide liquidity. You can do whatever. Let's say for them to be fractionalized, you need the admin, let's say, has to give them like an actual price, That comes from a formula, obviously. The formula is known, but yeah, but basically the idea is that you can also fractionalize and turn it into the smallest unit, which is basically one, and represents a dollar, right? Um, so not really a stable coin, but with time, because fractionalizations have liquidations. They have, as you can see, I'm fractionalizing one just so that I can show you guys how it looks, right? The position when I do it. Just waiting for MetaMask. There we go. Just waiting for MetaMask to process the transaction. But the idea is that when you fractionalize, basically you turn it into the smallest unit, right? So if imagine if it's worth $10,000, you can turn it into 10,000 units, right? Obviously, this I wouldn't advise anybody to turn into the max units um, just because you have an interest rate, right? And you'll have to account for that. Because you can be liquidated, right? And somebody could purchase your excess debt and keep your NFT basically. So now I'm just waiting for Pulsechain to process the transactions basically. Right, and here we can see the diamonds that I can fractionalize. In this test account that I have, it's only one. And then you have the analysis of the the fractionalizable diamond shapes, the ones that already have a price, let's say. And this is authentic market performance for 1 carat diamond shapes available for fractionalization. This is basically this information. Well, this is basically just processing the transaction. This comes mostly from this information. Sorry. Fuck. Ooh, my throat is a little bit sore from talking. It's taking a little bit of time. But anyways, this information comes from real market data that we take from Periscope and other sources, right? For the diamonds, and we could take for different carat types, but we're basically simplifying and showing. Here you can see historical price changes for these for these diamonds, let's say, for shapes by 1 carat, right? So this is for 1 carat, and this obviously changes by carat and by properties, and we'll see that, right? And this is the NFT, let's say, market versus real diamond prices, right? Now you don't see the purple one on the ones that have some trades, I guess, because because the values are very small, right, compared to the other ones, so that's normal. That's why you don't see the differences. But anyways, you can already see data, this is again test data, right? Transactions that we did just a test. This information shows you the marketplace activity, shows the diamonds that are in the collection, right? That all the diamonds that appear, right? An analysis of the market, right? And you could, for example, choose by shape, right? For example, the round one. And this is showing every carat, right? Or the carat group, let's say, every carat group, how it's changing. And here it shows for example, for 1 carat, right? How it changes by color and clarity. Okay, so you have all sorts of information and the property distribution for round diamonds, right? So it kind of changes by whatever you choose, right? Let's see if it's already in my positions. That already processed the transaction. It's not still pending. Oh my god, Pulsechain sometimes takes time. Okay, yeah, it's still going. But anyways, this is the project basically. And again, these are not the final images. Again, the ones that we have are much better. But we're still working on it, just making sure we adapt the image to the NFT format, let's say. But they're much better, and they're taken from the real diamonds, right? From the camera, the 4K camera that is actually filming the diamond itself. So it looks much better, right? And I added here this it's a small video, right? The company is from Monaco, and this is actually the offices, and these are the machine basically, the one that I told you. We have a different one now. That's a little bit, it's different than this one, right? it's individual, let's say. And but this is the idea, just to deposit the diamond there, and it kind of connects through API to a server and gives the information of the diamond that we get that we show here, right, on the collection. You can see if the diamond is live, let's say, or if it's not, and it can be redeemable, right? When it's redeemed, it changes from, for example, you see here, it changes from active to inactive, basically, in terms of liveliness when it goes out of the machine, right? You can see still which diamond it was, but you won't be able to do anything because it has been redeemed, basically. So yeah, basically that's how it is. And yeah, let me see, did it already process, or it didn't process yet? Nope, still pending. All right, well, maybe next time I'll show you the position management. It's not a big deal, it's just a position management. It's not, it is what it is. But anyways, this is what I'm building, right, with the Diamond NXT guys, right? These guys basically, they have like another website, like an institutional website, right, with all the information, etc. Like we know that crypto people don't like this shit, right? They have cool images, right, already of the diamonds, like a cool video. I'm gonna add some of this stuff into the other website, like the videos that they have, because they're cool, and they do explain how it works, like the technology and shit. And I think it's it's kind of cool. But like the website, like the old one, it's kind of like very institutional, right? And yeah, we know that crypto folk not like websites that like dApps, where we can interact with the stuff that we own, basically. So yeah, this is just the first version, guys. Okay, I'm just sharing because you are my community and you kind of deserve to know. You get the insights basically before even we launch, right? And I hope you like the fucking URL. Pulsechain.Diamonds is fucking cool, in my opinion. It's amazing. Pulsechain.Diamonds, damn, it's fucking amazing, the URL. I love it. I don't know how I found the .diamonds thing. I was like extremely lucky, but I was like, damn, there's like a .diamonds, man, I can't believe this. So Pulsechain.Diamonds was obvious choice, and HODL for the ecosystem, because it's for me, it's obvious, right? It's the Pepe, not diamond hands, right? The Pepe frog with diamond hands. Let me see if you can see the logo with a better version. Oh yeah, there we go. The HODL, huh? You like it? It's looks cool, right? The Pepe with diamond hands, the creepy smile, man, it's perfect. I think it's perfect. And for the units, obviously, we have a different one. For the units, which represents basically the smaller fraction of the NFT, we have the HODL unit token. There we go, with the diamond suit. They're fucking looking professional, all professional, like he should. This is basically the idea, right? We have you can investigate, right, like the functionality, how it works. I'm not going to explain. You guys can, at your pace, investigate how it looks and how it works. But the idea is that you can use the HODL token, right, to convert to units and vice versa, one-on-one. And I know that the prices won't probably match, so then this will work like the pDAI PSM. Not really like the PSM, but a similar idea. The idea is like you can actually mint units for whatever dollar price that HODL is worth, right? One-on-one, and you can use it, right, to if you need, for example, to redeem your NFT because of the interest rate, but because it grows, right? As you fractionalize, it keeps growing. Like the normal rate is about 10%, but it's a curve, right? So it means that the closer you are to 100% fractionalized, the higher the interest rate goes, and it maxes out at 50%. I think. I think it's 50% per year. So this is more or less how it works. And I did try a different type of fractionalization, right? One there where you can kind of, that in the long term, right? In the long term can kind of work as a stablecoin. Not really a stablecoin, But if the market chooses, right, if the market decides that it is a stablecoin, then it can work. The unit can work as a stablecoin, right? Because it has the liquidation mechanics. It doesn't have an oracle because it doesn't need one, right? Because it's a market deciding, like, on this mint one-on-one, right? It can be that the hodl price is, like, 1 cent, right? And then you just get, for 1 cent you get something that is quote unquote worth like $1. It's not really worth $1, right? This will be worth whatever the market pays for unit, right? But because when you fractionalize, that's the idea, right? You can fractionalize units by the amount of dollars that your NFT is worth, right? So that's the idea, right? In the long term, it's possible that these two tie together and then it works as a stablecoin, right? So we're going to give an opportunity to the markets, to play with it, similar to pDAI, right? In the sense that it's not really stable in the beginning. That's not the goal. The goal is to give the users the option to fractionalize, and the minimum and the minimum amount is $1 worth in terms of how much you can fractionalize, right? In terms of units, but the actual value of the unit in the market, right? That's decided by buyers and sellers, by the liquidity, let's say. And that will be obviously tied to this, right? To the ability for somebody to convert HODL tokens into unit on one, right? And yeah, I'll do some more tests, but I do like this idea because it does work as a non-stable, potentially future stablecoin, right? Because the idea for him is not really to make a stablecoin; it's to make a fraction. And that fraction, we decide what it is, right? In terms of how you can create it, but the value, the market value of that fraction can be whatever it is, right? It doesn't need to be one. We'll see. Hopefully, it will trend to one, but we'll see how it goes. Not something that I can promise it will work. Just innovation, we'll say. Something we're trying in a different way, right? Because fractionalization could be just something that you turn one NFT into like an ARC and that's it, right? But I wanted to make it a little bit juicier, right? Because why not? Because why not? Because it's fun and it's a different way to look at fractionalization, right? It's not really that you're building a stablecoin backed by the diamonds. You're building fractionalization that are backed by the diamonds, right? So it's a different game. It's a different mindset, right? A different set of rules, let's say, that we need to abide and to play with, right? And that's literally the idea. If the market decides that it's worth $1, right, each fraction, perfect. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? It's not. It is what it is. But that's how it's going to work, right? That's how it's going to work. Let me see if it already did it. Man, this is taking a lot of time. A lot of time. Oh my god. All right. Doesn't matter. Next time we'll be able to see it. All right. What are you guys saying? Let me see. Pedro, do you think Interpol notice is also a factor holding back the ecosystem from pumping? No, I do not think that matters at all, sir. I think nobody gives a shit about Interpol, only just to make fun of Richard or attack him, but like in reality, nobody gives a shit, right? So I don't think so. In my humble opinion, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. What's good, Shishio? Like to see that you're around, sir. I'd like to see that you're still around. Nice question, bro. Do you have any updates on the possible V2 bug with the pump LPs? I do not. So I haven't heard anything from any of the devs or and nobody literally nobody responded to the tweet, which is fine. I wasn't expecting an answer, right? But I did find like when pump.tires launched, I kind of saw something weird, which is how the code wasn't like readily available, right? And I saw something that was like catching my eye, which was like the trades on Pulsechain didn't seem to have a fee, and I was like, this is weird. But I kind of ignored it, right? Let's go back. Let's go forward a few months, and then I was like that. I noticed that like on the Pulsechain info, right? Actually, I want to show you, but this is gonna take like a long time to load. So like, just go to Pulsechain info and actually wait. I have it here. Actually, I have it here. I think. Do I? Yeah, I do. Perfect. Let me share on the correct window. It's here. Let's see if it works. Oh yeah, perfect. See this? See this? See this? See this? See this? This is weird, guys. This is extremely weird. Extremely weird. See this? Extremely weird. Why is it not, taking fees? And I don't think this is a front-end issue, right? This is not a front-end thing. It's not that, it's just a front-end thing. It's not accounting, but the fees are not being accrued, in my humble opinion. I don't think that the fees are being accrued. That's what I think. I don't think that the fees are being accrued. Let me see if this is a good example. Yeah, sometimes it's not. Oh, actually, X game. Oh, nice. It's for X game. Nice. Let's see. This is from the firewall. Nice. Repulse. Yeah, but I don't really see a fee here, right? But this is not really a good one, I guess. Nice. It's taking. Oh, nice. A lot of activity, man. I like it. Oh man, this is cool. All right. Anyhow, yeah. This is basically something that I found, right? That it's not tracking any LP rewards, basically. And I'm not sure if it's because just an interface issue, right, or just because it's for some reason it doesn't have a fee, right? The PulseX fee. So the LP fee, actually, not even the PulseX, actually the LP fee. So I'm curious to see if this is like some bug or some sort of problem because of the pump tires code. I'm not sure, but I would like the devs to address it, just to let me know personally. Hey Pedro, this is not something that you need to worry about because everything is good. It's the fees are okay. We're not going to show you, but the fees are okay. Trust us. And I would be happy with that. I would, later ask them to change this, right, so that we can see. But it would put my mind at ease, right? That's what I think. But too soon. We'll see what they say. Let me stop share the screen because I think we've seen the charts. Most things that I wanted to discuss, I guess we've discussed. So yeah. Grumpy, welcome to the stream, sir. We need to go back and watch it. Activity means good things will ultimately happen. Yeah, I think so too, sir. I think so too. We'll see. I think we'll have to be a little bit more patient, but it's not that bad. The tokens are not, the prices are not terrible, so they're just sideways, right? It's more or less this. They went down a bit, but it's still above previous lows. So I'm not too worried, to be honest. Not too worried. In terms of meme coins, I would buy the ones that went down the most, like for example most, right? I'll take advantage of those, and that's it. That's what I will be doing. And guys, we'll speak soon for sure. The more things that I add to the Pulsechain.Diamonds website, the more I would like to show you, obviously, so that I can get your feedback. When we have the images ready, I think it will look much better, right, with the real NFTs. Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. RWAs, bringing diamonds into Pulsechain. We'll see how it goes. But I think it will be an interesting project. They do have a lot of diamonds, a lot of money in diamonds to bring to on board. Like I think the first collection value, total value is about. Not the first collection, but the ones that we can put into Pulsechain. It's about 5 million. So it's something. It's worth something, right? We'll see. But $5 million worth of diamonds. It's not bad. It's not a bad. it's not a bad thing to to tell people about. Hey, look, we have the RWA project here with $5 million worth of diamonds. So it's something nice, I guess. At least when I thought about it, I was like, man, if I heard something like that, would it pique my interest? And for sure it would, right? For sure it would. So I'm just thinking, like, for outside investors, they like if they hear, oh, this Pulsechain thing, it has like $5 million worth of diamonds there. Let me check what that is, right? Maybe it will help. I don't know, but I would for sure, if I heard that, it would pique my interest, right? So when they told me, because like when I was discussing, like, conditions and stuff with these guys, I was like, how much money are we talking about, diamonds that we're going to bring, right? How much is that? 100K? Is that 1 million? They were like, no, it's about 5 million. I was like, okay, that is a good number. That is a very good number. I like that number. So yeah, I'm not. We'll see how it goes, man. You know me, and I never like to raise expectations. But I'm excited, man. I truly am excited, because I think this can be an onboarding tool, right? Because this is like something that people like in crypto, in general, crypto land, right? And I'm onboarding people from outside of Pulsechain for BD, right, for business development, so that we can build bridges, right? Because look, this is going to be built on Pulsechain. This is not even negotiable. It's already built on Pulsechain, so I'm not changing that. What I'm going to do is use people that can, be a point of contact between projects building on other chains, other RWAs, stuff like that, right? So we can have a nice point of contact, and we might even attract other projects into Pulsechain, right? If it works well with us, if there's volume, if there's like people buying and selling and etc. You know it is, right? If there's like transactions and attention, people and the transactions, sorry, it will bring attention, right? That's obvious. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm growing the team slowly, one person at a time, just making sure that I get the right people that I need to make this thing successful. Because again, like if you can bring eyes into Pulsechain, perfect, man. I'm happy. That's it. Simple stuff, guys. Simple stuff. And I think I'm going to end because my voice is terrible. Sorry about that. I haven't done this in a while, so I need to get used to it again. All right, guys, we'll speak soon. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed. I'll try to do this more often now that the application is it's kind of done, more or less. Not really done, but 95% done, let's say. With all the stuff that I need. It's a few tweaks here and there, but I think most of it's kind of done. I'll probably improve the design too, but not really worried about that right now. I'm worried about having the real diamonds, like making sure that they look good, etc. And that's it. Making sure the app is secure, etc. All the normal stuff. But that's all what I'll be focusing on for the next few months, I guess. But yeah, but I'm hopeful because I do like the idea. I think it's a very sellable idea, very easy to tell people, like diamonds on Pulsechain, right? RWAs, the diamonds NFTs, like a lot of money into it. People are like, okay, let me actually look. Why on Pulsechain? Because that will be the first question, right? That will be the question everyone will be asking, right? And I like that. It's a good question because it makes us discuss something that, like, we wouldn't even discuss if we did not build on Pulsechain, right? Which is the infrastructure that we can have available, how the infrastructure looks, and maybe even like onboard people into the chain just because they're curious. Then they look into our RH stuff and they're like, oh, so this was cleared by the SECO. I had no idea. And like, you see all the conversations that can start because of this. So I'm very looking forward, because look, for me it was, I wanted something that I could easily talk to, and like a nice subject that I could talk to people outside of Pulsechain, right? That diamonds, RWA of diamonds is easy because like the first thing that people think is like, oh, a stablecoin backed by diamonds. Like that's an obvious thing, right? Obvious. So we can like start a conversation because they're like, okay, but that's an amazing idea. RWA by diamonds, like liquidity for diamonds. That's amazing. But wait, why Pulsechain? then we can kickstart the conversation, right? The real conversation. So yeah, I think it will be. I have high hopes for this one. High hopes, let's say. Anyways, guys, we'll speak soon, and I'll keep you informed, guys. I'll keep you informed. Ciao, and thank you for being there, guys. Thank you so much for being there. I really appreciate you all. Fugly, DJ Polly, Shishu, who else? 001. Yes, I've seen you around. Chestown, Docile, Alan. Who else? Let me see. Did I miss anybody? Fugly? I don't think I missed anybody. Thank you so much, guys. Please like and share. Don't forget, because it's important, obviously. It's super important. So share and share it with your friends, with your family, with the people that you hate, with the people that you love. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully, not tomorrow, not because I already have plans, but maybe end of the week. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much, guys, for being there. And Grumpy, mwah. Bye-bye, guys. Ciao, ciao. Peace, brothers. And, we'll speak very, very soon. Bye-bye.
ではこの暖かな空気のこの後の予想を見ていきます。こちらは晴れると15度くらいまで上がるような暖かな空気です。今は九州や四国が中心となっています。この後、明日にかけて動かしてみますと、だんだんとじわじわと北上する予想です。明日の午後には東北、北陸まで晴れる予想ですから、明日は今日よりも気温が高くなって暖かくなりそうです。ただ雪が多く積もっている地域はニュースがありますのでご注意ください。さて今年はいつもの年よりも桜前線の北上早くなっています。これまでに開花したところを見ていきますと、これまで九州から関東にかけて開花しています。今日も神戸や宇都宮、水戸などから続々と開花の便りが出ております。この週末、お花見を予定されている方もいらっしゃるかもしれませんが、日曜日は気温が低くなって寒くなるところがありそうです。お花見の方はお散歩をお伝えください。明日は北日本の日本海側、再び昼頃からお天気が崩れそうです。明日は雨の降る所が多くなるでしょう。その他、太平洋側の地域を中心に沖縄は広く降りそうです。全国的に今日より5度前後高くなります。多くのところで4月並みです。札幌は5度、そして関東から西の地域の西の方まで上がるところが多いでしょう。では週間予報。札幌から東京です。日本海側は土曜日
すみません、桜様。